Drake. He is one of my favorite artists, and I thought I would do a video ranking all of his albums today. I was originally going to do Kanye West, but with the recent stuff going on, I just don't think that that's a good idea to do right now. I'll probably do it eventually. It's just like, I don't know, I'm just going to wait a little bit. But yeah, today we're going to be ranking all of Drake's albums. However, I will not be including any mixtapes or collab albums. As much as I love If You're Reading This Is Too Late, it won't be included on here, just because a lot of the mixtapes I just don't know well enough, so I just feel like my ranking of them won't be as good. Just know that a lot of his mixtapes, like More Life, would be near the bottom, but If You're Reading This is probably my second favorite Drake project. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more rankings. I plan to do people like I said, Kanye, Tyler, JPEG Mafia, a lot of guys like that. I don't know if I'll be doing guys like Playboi Carti as much as I love his music. It's just he doesn't have enough albums. I might do like a song ranking for him. Also, I would have to do a song ranking with Frank Ocean. He only has like 30 songs, not including, Endless and whatnot. All right, let's get right into it. There will be some hot takes, but yeah, hope you enjoy. I mean, are you surprised? I don't think so. I know it's a common opinion, and a lot of people would call it underrated. I guess it is a little. Like, Overdrive is a pretty good song, but it's just kind of not really a good idea for Drake. I don't think that the dance vibe was very, very well executed. I think he's way better sticking to his rap and R&B stuff and some pop stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It was really just alright. I don't have too much to say since I don't know the project that well. I just think it's his worst album. I know some people who would think otherwise, but yeah, it just kind of doesn't do it for me. Also, Jimmy Cooks is a pretty underrated song. As mad as that will make people, it really isn't. I mean, not underrated. I mean, it's overrated. As mad as that will make people, it's like it's not that good. It's just not that good. I would give it like a 2, maybe 3 out of 10. My favorite tracks are Overdrive and yeah, that's really about it. Let's move on to the next one. Boring. Yeah, this it's not great. I think everybody has this at their bottom. Like I'm pretty sure it's worse than So Far Gone. Like, it really is just the worst So Far Gone. There also isn't much bops on it. Like, there's no tracks that really stand out for me. It's really just not that good. It basically sounds like the album cover. It's just really not that good. You can really tell he was just starting off here. I mean, sure, yeah, Over is a fine song. There's a couple others I've heard, some, like, I've gotten some vibes from, but it just doesn't do it for me. I also don't have a lot to say about some of these lower albums. Sorry if it's so bland. Trust me, I have things to say about the higher ones. It's just I don't listen to these albums often because I just don't really like them. And this one, I don't think I even have any favorite tracks to. I do, even though I have favorite tracks on Honestly Nevermind, this one's just slightly better. It has more decent songs on it than Honestly Nevermind, because yeah, that's the only reason why it's higher. There's just a couple more songs I would say are better. Yeah, 3 out of 10. It's equally as good as Honestly Nevermind, I guess you could say. Yeah, let's move on. I'll have more to say about this next one, I promise. Definitely a step up from the last two. I mean, this does have some of Drake's best songs ever. It also has some extremely underrated ones. Yes, it is bloated, like any modern day Drake project is, but it's pretty cool. I guess a lot of it kind of sticks for me. I heard one dude on YouTube say it's like he was just throwing things out the wall, see what sticks. Yeah, I see that, and I also agree with him. A lot of it does stick. The YouTuber I'm talking about is Nathaniel Salveria. He actually inspired me to make this. So shout out to him. He got me into a lot of the artists I like, including Drake. So yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, this album is, it's much better than the last two I just talked about. I think that First Person Shooter is like incredible. It was one of my favorite Drake songs. It still is. It's just like I don't like it as much as before, but Yeah, that one's good. There's also Rich Baby Daddy. I don't care what anybody says. That song is a banger. Drake's verse on that is probably the best on the entire album. Another Late Night with Lil Yachty, also very good. What's another one? What Would Pluto Do? Another good song. So I guess you could say those are my favorites. Yeah, I would give this one like a 5 out of 10. Scorpion, his most bloated project by far. The only reason why this isn't below For All the Dogs is because the first disc is very, very solid. If it was just the first disc, it would actually go higher. The second disc, there aren't much bangers on there. It's, yeah, I guess the way to put Scorpion is it is bloated. I don't know how this is his most streamed. I think this is his most streamed. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Definitely not his best. But yeah, there's a lot of good material on here, like Nice for What, Can't Take a Joke, I'm Upset, Jaded's underrated. You know, this does have some good Drake songs, but like I said, a lot of them are just boring. I understand why this album's pretty hated on. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it myself. From here on though, things are gonna get better. I know I'm kind of sound like a Drake hater. I'm giving out some not good ratings right now, but here up it will get better. I promise. This one's very interchangeable with For All the Dogs. Like I said, second disc kind of cooks it, but yeah, this is kind of where Drake's downfall in quality really started to show. Like you can really tell this is where he stopped putting in as much, effort. My favorite tracks are I'm Upset, In My Feelings, Can't Take a Joke, Nice for What, Jaded, Is There More? Wait, that's on this album, right? Yeah, and I would give it a 5 out of 10. A lot of you guys would probably put this higher in his discography. It is, yeah, his most praised album, and for good reason. This is a very solid mixtape by Drake. I think it's like a slightly worse Take Care, but it's still pretty good. I even got like a big poster of it on my wall. Um, this album, it has a lot of Drake's best songs on it. Like Tuscan Leather is probably his best intro track. It has some amazing production, and I love all three parts of it. The first part is, it isn't the strongest, but it really does pick up in that second portion with his really good rapping and flow. And then the third part is just so beautiful with its nice, chill beat. Perfect song. Furthest Thing and Worst Behavior are also very good tracks, and this album's just pretty solid all the way through. You can tell he definitely put effort into this. He even called it his best album in an interview, which, valid take. I do not think that this is his best, like, at all, however. I don't know. I just don't think it's better than any of the albums I have above it. And I can see how people might think it's his best. I guess it just doesn't click as much for me. Maybe it will grow on me a little bit more. I mean, I think it's still very good, but yeah, at least right now, it's not really my favorite album by him. Still very good though. Here's the tracklist ranking, and I would give it a 7 to an 8 out of 10. Oh yeah, I can already feel the hate going through my veins. This album is actually way too overhated. Yeah, it has an ugly friggin' album cover. And yeah, it is a little bit messy at parts, but come on, dude. It is not that bad. This is a very solid album from Drake, and it needs a lot more love. Like, seriously, this has some of his best songs ever on it, and it isn't even that bloated. It's actually pretty consistent in my eyes. Champagne Poetry is amazing. Like I said with Tuscan Leather, one of his best intro tracks. That was not a very good voice crack there, but like I was saying, first part of Champagne Poetry is very chill and very nice to listen to, and then the second part just it's a great evolution with the production. I just think it's a very solid rap song. Fair Trade is another banger. So is You Only Live Twice. What I'm trying to say is just give it another chance. It's a pretty good album. I would even say that it's better than Donda. As I know that that's a bad take. Like, even though I agree with it, like I'm aware that's a pretty bad take right there. But yeah, it's true. I know that Kanye fans are not going to be happy with me about that. Even though he's my favorite artist, Donda I just find more bloated than Certified Lover Boy. Anyways, as I was saying, Certified Lover Boy is a very good Drake album and is way, way, way too overhated. Here's the tracklist ranking, and I would give it a 8 out of 10. I cannot believe that this used to be one of my least favorite Drake projects, and I don't believe that it's some of people's least favorite Drake projects. I mean, dude, this thing is friggin' great. This is such an overhated album. Like, there are so many bangers on it. People complain, oh, it's so bloated. It's really not that bloated. I mean, the first 7 tracks are all just straight bangers. Yeah, it gets a little bit dry in the middle, but it also starts to pick up a little bit at the end. It also has some of his biggest songs, like One Dance, even though that song is complete friggin' garbage. But Hotline Bling is really good. That's a very deserving one. I just don't even see how this is near the bottom of some people's lists. It's just such a bop. It's really good, actually. It's definitely one that took time to grow on me. Like I said at the beginning, used to be one of my least favorites, but the more I listen to it, the more I just like it. It has a lot of his best material on it. Like, for example, the song Feel No Ways has one of his best beats and is easily one of my favorite songs by him. I think that the intro track, what's it called? Keep the Family Close. Yeah, that one. That one has some of his best production. It's also just a pretty cool track with the nice little mellow sounds, and then it just goes do 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 just randomly. Overall, I think that this album has a lot of good things about it. I also thought I should mention there are some very good vocal performances here, like on the track You With Me, one of my favorite songs by him. The end part where the production picks up, you really see some good singing right there. Just listen to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. In other words, the album is great and is way too overhated. Give it a break, seriously. Here is the tracklist ranking, and I would give this one a strong 8 out of 10. And at number 1, I have Take Care. This is pretty easy for me. I'm pretty confident that this is my favorite Drake album. It's just a banger all the way through. I don't think that there's a single skip on it. It's definitely his most consistent. It isn't bloated like all of his others, and you can really see the effort that he put into it. The first track on it, Over My Dead Body, is a really gorgeous song with this weird knocking sound in the background. I don't know if it is knocking. It sounds like it. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's a banger, though. Songs like Headlines have amazing production and very catchy vocals. There's also songs like Take Care, which are just good jams to jam to. And then there's the more sad songs like Marvin's Room, which a lot of people are split on that one. I think it's a really good song. There's also probably the greatest interlude of all time on this thing. Cameras, easily one of my favorite Drake songs. It was my favorite Drake song, isn't anymore. There's a couple overrated songs on it, like Hell Yeah Effin' Right, The Motto. You also see some very good rapping performances on songs like The Ride, or songs like, yeah, The Motto, even though I don't really listen to that one too much because I don't really like it. Crew Love has an amazing Abel feature and is one of the most gorgeous tracks on the project. Lord Knows has an insanely hard instrumental, and Underground Kings is also a very creative beat too. There are some more mid tracks on this thing, but they're not exactly skips, and I think that they fit in quite well with the whole album. I think that he really got the right vibe he was going for on this one, and it's pretty easily my number 1 favorite. I saw it in a vinyl store, and I didn't get it. Instead, I got Thriller by Michael Jackson. I made the right choice, but I should have bought it too. I kind of sold there. I also see people complain like, oh, it's way too moody and corny at times. I personally don't think so. I think he did everything right here, and I am feeling a light 9 on this one. Here is the tracklist ranking. Alright, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you want to see more artists get ranked, I'll probably be doing Kendrick Lamar or Kanye West next. And tell me which things I could improve on, because I know that I did do some things not so neatly here. and I just wanted to hear your feedback. You know, like, just tell me if you like the video. I plan to do more of these because I just like to get my opinions out there. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.